Hi there. Today we're talking about what constitutes a balanced and a healthy diet. The main question that we're focusing on is which foods should we eat more of and which foods should we try and avoid. So let's get right to it. In June 2011, the United States Department of Agriculture came up with a new set of dietary guidelines called the My Plate. By the way, you're looking at an image of that on your screen right now. Now, having analyzed this and some of USDA's previous efforts in the area, I can tell you that My Plate is definitely better than USDA's previously released and highly criticized food pyramids. You'll find that the My Plate guidelines are one guideline that the healthy eating pyramid comes with, which is that a healthy diet includes more food from the base of the pyramid than it does from higher levels of the pyramid. If you're interested, by the way, in calculating the specific number of cups of a particular food you need on a daily basis, which again depends on your age, sex, and physical activity, you can do that by using the links provided in this video's description. So let us start at the base of the pyramid and make our way up. The healthy eating pyramid, you'll notice, sits on a foundation of daily exercise. Remember the weight change equation. Weight change is equal to calories in minus calories out. So that means that if you burn as many calories as you take in each day, there's nothing left over for storage, and the weight remains the same. Eat more than you burn, however, and you end up adding fat and pounds. Regular exercise can help you control your weight, and it is a key part of any weight loss effort. A 30-minute brisk walk on 5 days of the week is all most people need. Or you can do 25 minutes of a more vigorous activity 3 days a week. These activities include jogging, aerobics, singles tennis, or you can even do a combination of both, the brisk walk and the vigorous activity. Remember, getting any amount of exercise is better than no exercise. So let's move on to the next layer, which contains fruits and vegetables. A diet that is rich in fruits and vegetables has a lot of benefits. Fruits and vegetables can reduce chances of having heart attack and stroke. They also help protect against some forms of cancer and lower blood pressure. Now, you can visit the link in this video's description to calculate the number of cups of fruits and vegetables you need, but the range is somewhere between 2.5 to 6.5 cups of fruits and vegetables a day. Next up are plant-based oils. Plant-based oils are an excellent source of good or unsaturated fat. These oils include olive, canola, soy, corn, sunflower, and peanut oils. The recommendation is that we use plant-based unsaturated oils for our cooking needs and completely eliminate the use of saturated or hydrogenated oils. Now, we have opined at length about the benefits of eating whole grains in a previous video. We now know that our body cannot digest whole grains as quickly as it can highly processed carbohydrates like white flour. This slow digestion keeps blood sugar and insulin levels from rising and then falling too quickly. Better control of blood sugar and insulin can keep hunger at bay and may prevent the development of type 2 diabetes. Now we'll move on to the next layer, which contains some more healthy fats and proteins. Nuts and seeds have healthy fats, otherwise known as unsaturated fats, and these are good for the heart. Beans and tofu are excellent vegetarian sources of protein. So are fish, poultry, and eggs. A wealth of research now suggests that eating fish can actually reduce the risk of heart disease. Okay, so the next layer will get us into the higher levels of the pyramid. And remember the guideline. We should eat more food from the base of the pyramid than the higher levels of the pyramid. This layer highlights dairy products. We should keep our consumption of dairy products to a minimum, somewhere around 1 to 2 servings a day. This is because milk products can contain a lot of saturated fats. If you enjoy dairy foods, try to stick mainly with no-fat or low-fat products. Click on the link in this video's description to find out the recommended daily quantities of milk products that are broken out by age groups. At the very top of this pyramid, you will find products that are extremely unhealthy. These we should not consume at all or consume extremely sparingly. Some of these products are red meat and butter, which contain large quantities of saturated fats. Also in this layer are sugary drinks, white rice, white bread, and white pasta. These food products can lead to weight gain, diabetes, and heart disease. The salt shaker is a new addition to this layer and is based on extensive research linking high sodium diets to increased risk of heart attack and stroke. Finally, let's talk a bit about multivitamins. A daily multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement offers a kind of nutritional backup, especially when it includes some extra vitamin D. Now, remember that no multivitamin can in any way replace healthy eating or make up for unhealthy eating, but it can fill in the nutrient holes that can sometimes affect even the most careful eaters. Now that we've gone through the several layers in the healthy eating pyramid, I recommend that you take a printout of this slide using the link provided in this video's description and hang it to a fridge for handy reference. Okay, so now that we have all this new information courtesy of the healthy eating pyramid, let me ask you the following question, which is, what is the best way to eat healthy? Well, the answer to this question is probably the most important advice I can offer in this entire video series, which is, the best way to eat healthy is to learn to cook your own food. Now, I know that our lives are really busy and that we do not have time for cooking. But let's remember that the food we put in our bodies directly affects our health and longevity. I recall a story which was first told by the famous investor Warren Buffett. He said that if you knew that you were only going to have one car for your entire life, you would probably take really good care of it. You would change its oil and fix any engine troubles before they became major problems. You would definitely not disregard your car if you knew that that was the only car you were ever going to have. Well, just like the car, Mr. Buffett added, you only get one body for your entire life. So, clearly this story tells us that it is important for us to take care of our body and eat healthy. And the best way to eat healthy is to learn to cook your own food. This way you can choose real food, you can use healthy oils, and you can limit your sugar intake. In the next video, we're going to discuss how to read a package label. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about the three different types of fats, what we're going to do is an exercise. We're going to try and classify each type of fat as good fats, bad fats, and very bad fats. Now, what's your guess here? How would you classify the three different types of fats as good, bad, or very bad? Well, here is the correct answer. Unsaturated fats are good fats, saturated fats are bad fats, and trans fats are very bad fats. Now, of course, we need to prove this, and in order to do so, we need to discuss cholesterol. Cholesterol is a waxy substance that is produced by our own body to produce many hormones like estrogen and testosterone. Now, if you did not understand that, don't worry about it too much. For the purpose of this video, however, what you need to understand is that cholesterol is produced by our own body and that it is the starting point of the production of several other essential compounds that our body needs. Cholesterol comes in two different varieties, good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Having too much of the bad cholesterol in the bloodstreams can form deposits on the walls of coronary arteries. What are coronary arteries? These are blood vessels that carry blood to the heart. So when there is too much of the bad cholesterol or too much of deposit, then that leads to a heart attack. Not a very good situation. Good cholesterol, on the other end of the spectrum, is like a garbage truck. It ferries the bad cholesterol from the coronary arteries back to the liver. So it goes without saying that we need more of the good cholesterol and less of the bad cholesterol, right? Well, that is exactly what unsaturated fats do. Unsaturated fats, one more time, are present in plant products like nuts and avocados, and also in fish like salmon. So what unsaturated fats do is that they increase the good cholesterol and decrease the bad cholesterol. This is good on both counts. In terms of consumption of foods that contain unsaturated fats, the recommendation is that you should choose unsaturated fats over saturated fats wherever possible. Moving on to saturated fats, these are classified as Bad fats. Now, a very quick reminder, saturated fats are found in milk products, and this includes butter, cheese, and ice cream. They're also found in meat products and oils that are solid at room temperature, like coconut oil and palm oil. So, what saturated fat does is that it increases the good cholesterol, which is good, but it also increases the bad cholesterol, which is really bad. We learned previously that increase in bad cholesterol can lead to a heart attack. So now I'm going to show you a quick simulation of how a heart attack occurs if there is too much plaque buildup or bad cholesterol buildup in the coronary arteries. Here we go.
The network of blood vessels that branch over the surface of the heart are called the coronary arteries. Atherosclerosis can happen in any part of the coronary arteries. The coronary arteries supply the heart with blood. Over years, fatty deposits in the blood can build up and form a plaque, or atheroma, on the artery wall. This can prevent the heart muscle from getting the blood and the oxygen supply that it needs. If this happens, you'll feel a tight chest pain called angina, especially during exertion or stress. If the plaque bursts, it causes a blood clot that blocks the artery. This cuts off the blood supply to an area of the heart. This is called a heart attack.
So we just saw a simulation of how excessive bad cholesterol in the coronary arteries can cause plaque buildup, and that can eventually lead to a heart attack. Now, the recommendation in terms of consumption of saturated fats, which by the way increase bad cholesterol, needs to be very measured. I'm not going to ask you to completely eliminate saturated